Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. Nearing the midway point of this season, Week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Indiana Hoosiers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Takes a handoff. It's Marshall. Got enough for the first. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Wolverines! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason good. Like you mentioned, the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Cherry. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
And man, those sting, man. 3rd down, the money down. Your guy's got to come through. You had a good play called. Receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially 3rd down.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Using his legs, it's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to him on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Moving out of the pocket. Catch in the middle, it's Becker. There he goes. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And they did tack on the extra point. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their 1st. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
Number 15, set to kick this one away.
Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up the 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looking for space. It's Marshall. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Offense with jumbo personnel. They're going to run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
He's got it again. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
And you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Wolverines will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Back to pass, it's Cherry. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game, Dave.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Going with the counter play here. Here's Underwood. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Michigan. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Wants to throw. It's Cherry. It's complete. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Oh, maybe a double pass. He makes the catch. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. A little release to the back. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On the direct snap, it's Richard. Might have a chance. Picks up the first down. Touchdown, Hoosiers! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So here comes the Michigan offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Stopped again. At least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Complete to the left. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. On the move, it's Marshall. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. If you get to stick around, here recently, a lot of success, too.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Throwing, Underwood, fires quickly. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Going to the run, it's Marshall. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He'll bring it out. It's Rhodes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do they do right away? Right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down.
Intercepted, a first first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Great place to start for this offense. Underwood. He's got his man across the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Play action with Underwood. Here's the heat. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him. If you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Richard. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Cherry. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man. And could these guys use a score to cut into this lead? The Hoosiers will line it up on 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? Got it down the field. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Hoosiers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here's Underwood to throw. Sends it downfield. Going up for grabs, and he beats his man and pulls it down. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
He'll get rid of it. And the timing just a hair off.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To throw, it's Underwood. Going for it all. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Throws it back. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. Let's start with the Temple Owls, taking on the number 15 team, the UAB Blazers. And it's Temple with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And this group is finally able to get into the win column after starting 0-3. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
On the snap, it's Richard. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Hey, coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Looking to throw, it's Cherry. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Hoosiers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line.
Here we go.
Sends it back in motion.
Ready, go.
Running inside. It's Martin.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Richard. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. It's complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
And these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to put that ball in there and make it happen.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Runs through the tackle. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for room, it's Martin. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal.
Blue 22, blue 22. Hey, take it.
Might be calling a hot route.
Where did he go?
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the third down, and they get the first down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a third down stop.
He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Now on second and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Indiana!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Running to daylight from inside his 25. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Throwing, Underwood. Moving out to the right. Going to try to get it himself. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Let's see what they've got on second down. On the run, it's Marshall. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the D.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Richard. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Hoosiers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Runs through a tackle. There's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Indiana! And that one will give him the lead. That's his 3rd score of the game, and he's up to double figures with 10 on the season. They'll try to add another to their lead.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They go play action. Bryce Underwood. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Finds his big tight end. He'll pick up a few on the play. Just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll go right back to it. Makes it past the marker. There's a crease. Touchdown Wolverines! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Big Blue with the answer.
Man, this is wild. Late in the game, we're seeing 2 heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a thrilling 50-yard run for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense, because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Cherry. He turns that loose down the right side. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going in.
Trying to take it back. The 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. He's got an open man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Takes the easy one to the back. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Cherry. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Hoosiers are in the hurry up. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there's really no question here. After not getting it on that last run play, down in the fourth quarter, fourth down, you've got to go. You've got to dial up your best play here offensively. Who is your best matchup, one-on-one, that can get you this first down? Keep the drive moving and keep your chances of winning.
Makes a grab. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And he's in! Touchdown, Hoosiers! The Hoosiers right back at him.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Powers through the defender.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. At midfield, he's got room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
The give to the left side. Got enough for the first. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
They'll give it to the back. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The give to the single back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Get it out on the screen. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe I'm Terry scared for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Guess that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. Motion from the wide receiver. Maybe a double pass. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Got a little grass. Bust through behind his pad. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.